Russia is about to take over the city of Sumy 3 years after facing a pushback from Ukrainian forces. The Russian military units have been making advances in the northern region and are reported to be within 29 kilometers of Sumy. Located 200 miles northeast of Kiev, the city of Sumy was never captured by Russia during the entirety of the conflict. This, however, has changed as various settlements surrounding it have since fallen into Russia's fold. With a deployment of 50,000 Russian troops along the Sumy front, Russia is now closing in on the regional capital. The governor of the Ukrainian region has announced evacuations in 11 more villages near Sumy, with a total of 23 settlements now evacuated till date. Various independent sources now confirm that the claims made by Russian forces to have captured the village of Lokhnia are indeed true. The Ukrainian forces had entered Lokhnia during the counter-offensives launched in the spring of 2022. The Russian Defense Ministry said that its forces have reached the western frontier of the Donetsk region east of Ukraine. The ministry added that Russian forces were advancing in the Dnipropetrovsk region for the first time in 3 years of full-scale war. The Mezova settlement, which lies just 13 kilometers from the regional border, risks becoming a target. Although Ukrainian forces suggest that despite the Russian advantage, the front line remains unchanged.
I'm saying that the fact that the line can move back and forth does not mean that they have an advantage or vice versa. So far, they are slightly ahead of us. But still, if we count from 2023 to 2025, they have advanced about 30 kilometers. We can say that the front line is not moving.
Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in an ABC interview said that the Operation Spider's Web destroyed over a third of Russia's strategic bombers using cheap drones. Zelensky claimed that the attack destroyed 34% of Russia's strategic bombing fleet, resulting in over $7 billion in losses.
We have our analytics that we destroyed 34% of their strategic jets, and especially those jets which they used to attack our civil infrastructure, people, children. They killed a lot of people. It's not about hundreds, it's about thousands.
Russia and Ukraine held the second round of peace talks in Istanbul on June 2nd, where they agreed to exchange more prisoners and to return the bodies of the 12,000 dead soldiers. Kremlin aide Vladimir Medensky claimed that Ukraine had unexpectedly postponed exchanging prisoners of war and accepting the bodies of killed soldiers for an indefinite period. Medensky went on to say that Russia had handed over the first list of 640 prisoners of war to Ukraine, categorized as wounded, seriously ill and young people, in order to begin the exchange. Ukraine, in turn, stated that it had also handed over the names for exchange, while Russia's list did not correspond to the agreed approach as to which prisoners would be prioritized in the exchange. In a separate statement, Zelensky accused Russia of playing a dirty political game over the planned prisoner swap. This comes after Ukraine's intelligence chief rebuked Moscow's allegation that Kiev had indefinitely postponed the prisoner swap.
Unfortunately, we still do not have complete lists from Russia for 1,000 people plus, as we agreed in Istanbul. So the Russian side, as usual, is trying to play a dirty political and informational game in these matters. It is important that there must be a result. It is important that people return home.